welcome to another video about the IDT Labs Software as a Service Cloud, also known as SaaS, brought to you by IDT Labs. And in this video I will be talking about analytic accounting. Okay, so first of all, you must think of putting analytic accounting for your company in place. Okay, so for initial setup of good analytic account, you should have set up the chart of accounts, create the different journals, and also link the analytic journals to your accounting journals. There is a video that talks about creating chart of account and also how you can create your own journals. Okay, so first thing first, start by choosing the most suitable analytic representation for your company before entering it into ICSS. Okay, so to create different analytic account, you use the accounting cloud configurations, and then from configuration you head on to analytic accounting, and then from analytic accounting you select analytic account. Okay, as you can see, this is the list of all the analytic accounts that are in the system. So to create an analytic account, you click the create button. Okay, so you must have to complete these main fields like the account name, the reference. Okay, the reference is always used as a shortcut for selecting the account, and here as you can see it was automatically generated. Okay, but you can specify your own reference if you want to. And then also the type of account. So just like in general account, analytic view type is used for virtual accounts, which are used only to create a hierarchical structure and for subtotals, and not to store accounting entries. Okay, and then analytic account will be used for usual account that you only want to use in your accounting. Okay, so now if you select contract or project, it offers you the possibility to manage the validity and the invoicing options for this account. Okay, so and then again the special type, template or project, allow you to define a template with default data that you can use easily. Okay, and then you can also specify the parent analytic account. So you can use this field to determine the hierarchy between the account. Okay, if an analytic account, example a project, is for a limited time, you can define a start and end date here. Okay, so let's say we are specifying this account project. So this is what I'm saying. You can specify the start date and then the end date again. Okay, so in this case, let's say we are going to create a view account. Okay, a view analytic account, and let's enter a name. Let's call it general services. Okay, and then we can specify if the project, if we want to show it, and the project manages the timesheet. Okay, so we can specify a customer if we want to link this particular one to a customer. Okay, we can say the customer we're linking it to is AP Vision Pro. Okay, and then we can specify an account manager for this particular account. Let's say the account manager is administrator, and then we can also specify just like I said, the parent analytic account. So in this case we're gonna say is let me look for one that suits this general services. Okay, let's just say the parent account is this the parent analytic account is your company account. Okay, so after all this, we can actually click the save button to save the account. Okay, and another thing to take note of is if you actually change this to the contract, if you change it to the contract or project, and then you come over to the contact information, you can actually we have several methods available to you in ICSS for automated invoicing. Okay, so for service companies usually use invoicing for purchase orders, analytic account, project management tasks, whilst manufacturing and trading companies more often use invoicing for deliveries or customer purchase orders. Okay, so and then once you have defined the different analytic account, okay, you can view it through the chart of accounts that are available from here. Chart of account, chart of analytic account. So we can save this and then let's come over here to chart of analytic account. So we click here and then we click open chart of account. As you can see, it is here your company / general services. Okay, and then let's head on to creating analytic journals from the same analytic accounting. Okay, so again, once the analytic chart has been created for your company, you have to create different journals. These journals enable you to categorize the different accounting entries by their type, such as services, expense reimbursements, purchases of materials, miscellaneous expenditure, sales, etc. Okay, so as you can see, this is the list of all the analytic journals that are in the system. Okay, so at minimum you must have to create one analytic journal for sale and then one for purchases. If you do not create these two, well, then ICSS will not validate invoices linked to an analytic account, because it will not be able to create an analytic accounting entry automatically. Okay, so to create an account, an analytic journal, you click the create button. Okay, so you can specify the name of the analytic journal you're creating. Let's say we are going to call this general sales. Okay, and then specify the type again, whether it is sales or purchase or okay, let's say general services, because we don't want to create one that is sales anymore. And then we specify the type, it is general, and again we can give a journal code. Okay, so we can say GS. Okay, so and as you can see now, if you click this drop down, sales, the type sales are for customer for sales to customers and for credit notes. Okay, so this sales is actually for sales to customers and for credit notes. And then purchase, for purchases and expenses. Okay, if you select cash, it is mainly for financial entries. Okay, and then this situation here is let me say, it is to adjust account when starting an activity or at the end of the financial year. Okay, so now if you select general, it is for all other entries that that have general purposes. Okay, so after selecting all of this, you can click the save button. Okay, so after clicking the save button, the analytic journal has to be linked with your general journals to allow ICSS to post analytic entries automatically. Okay, so for example, if you enter an invoice for a customer, ICSS will automatically search for the analytic journal of the type general services linked to the particular sales journal that you're specifying. Okay, so we can come to configuration again, and from journals we can actually create a journal here that we are going to link to the analytic journal we just created. Okay, so there is a video about creating journals, so in this video I'll be really quick. Okay, so we're going to call this general services, and then we're going to give a code, let's say GS, and then we're going to specify a type. We're going to say it is general, and then we're going to link it to an analytic journal we created, which is general services. Okay, and then we specify the default debit account. Let's say we're going to make this, and then we're going to select creditors, and then we can specify a currency if we want to. Okay, and then yeah, so after all this, we can click the save button, fill currency, default debit against constraint. Okay, so what we have to do is actually let's select another account. Let's say here we select PayPal, sorry, and then we select PayPal and we click save, or select another currency and then we click save. Okay, let's just leave the currency as it is. We're not going to select any currency. Okay, so we click save. Okay, so as you can see, we have linked this particular journal to the analytic journal general services, so they can actually, this journal will actually push journal entries automatically to that analytic journal. So this is it so far for creating analytic journal and analytic account from the accounting cloud. Okay, so thanks for watching and hope you learned something new. Have a nice day. Bye.